Okay, so you're gonna put 2 yellow and a red on. Oh. All right, laying back. Well, that's kind of a weird perspective, but whatever. Head rests up or down, nice long arms. Anchor the tailbone. Let's do heels just above the heel pad. Fist distance apart in the knees. And let's press it out. In and out. So the reason why we're doing a little above the heel pad is so you don't pull back into a hard flex with the feet, so you don't overwork your shin or the front of the ankle. Let's do 4 more extensions, squeezing the legs. Last 2. And on this one, let's come in halfway, staying in tension on the springs, out and in about 10 to 12 inches, controlling it by connecting the sit bones with the heels, activating the quads. 4, 3, 2. Let's take the carriage all the way out and bring it all the way back in. Good. Narrow V. And squeeze all the way out. Make sure to engage the booty. Anchor that tailbone. Out and in. Four. And last one. Let's bring it halfway in, 10 to 12 inches, out and in. Heels connecting to the sit bones. Heavy ribs, long neck. 4, 3, 2. Take the carriage all the way out. Bring it all the way back in. Good. Keep your feet right where they are. Lifting the tailbone just the height of your hand placed underneath. Take your hand back away. Floating tailbone and the booty, just that inch off. Deepening that extension. Let's do 3 more. Two. And last one. And the carriage in, tailbone down, and wide stance. Widest stance with your feet, externally rotated. Taking it out. Anchoring the tailbone, heavy ribs, in and out. Let's do 4 more. Last 2. And last one. Bringing carriage in, out halfway, out and in. Keeping that tailbone anchored, ribs heavy. Push from the sit bones. 4, 3, 2, and let's go all the way out. Bring it all the way back in. Feet stay where they are, lifting the tailbone the height of the hand again, and take it away, just floating above the carriage. Five. Keeping the shoulders down, neck is long, jaws relaxed. Last 2. And last one. And bring it in, tailbone down. Good, knees to the chest. Alrighty, balls of the feet. Let's do ankles and knees together, squeezing them together. Lift the heels high. Take the carriage out. Go straight into heel dips. One dip down. Bring the carriage in. This time, let's do 2. Pressing into the big toe. And 3. We'll go up to 6. 4. Engaging the booty. And last one, 6 times. Heel dips as high as you can, as low as you can. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Heels high, prance it out. 2 pushes, 2 pulses of the heel underneath the foot bar. 2 times each side. Keep that big toe in their ankle alignment. Last one, both heels high. And let's bring it in. Good. Narrow V, balls of the feet around the foot bar. Heels together, lift them high. And single heel dip down, up, bring that carriage in. Controlling it in. 2 dips. And in. 3. 4. Heavy ribs. Distribute the work into the booty. 5. Squeeze the booty. And last one, 6 times. Pushing into the big toe. And heel is high. And bring it, oops, let's go back out, sorry. 2 push prances. Push, push. I was so excited to come in. 2 more times each side. Last one each side. And both heels high. And let's bring it in. Good, shake it out. Last foot position, externally rotate, wide stance, heels are high, find your big toe, press into the foot bar, take it out. We're just gonna do single prancing, wide stance. Still working through the ankle, that heel lifts high as the other heel dips under the foot bar. Good. 2 more times each side. And last one. Both heels high. And let's bring it in. Ouchie. Shake it out. Okie dokie. Head rest comes all the way down. Walk your shoulders about 1 inch away from the shoulder blocks to give yourself a little space there. Back to our starting foot position, just above the padded part of the heel, fist distance between your knees. Now let's take the carriage out just about 3 inches, imprint, scoop, and we're going to come up into our bridge. Engaging the booty, check that line from the shoulders to the hips. Roll down for a count of 4, 3, holding the carriage still. Once you come neutral, imprint, scoop, come right back up. 1 more time, rolling down, 4, 3, 2, imprint, scoop, and come back up. Good. Tiny push of the carriage out 6 inches, control it in. Out and in. 4, 3, 2, last one, bring it in, hold, lengthen, roll down, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, let the carriage come in. We're gonna go to the balls of our feet, Heels together, toes apart, so narrow V. Let's take the carriage out 3 or 4 inches, imprint, scoop, and come up. Keep those heels glued together. Good, keeping your hips high, lengthening through the torso down all the way to the knees. We're gonna close our knees toward one another, lift our pelvic bone, close, squeeze, lift, close, squeeze, lift. Keeping the ribs down, squeeze, lift, 4, squeeze, lift, 3, 2, last one. Hold that bridge, widen through the shoulders, soften through the neck as you roll down. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And slowly bring the carriage in, knees to the chest. Good, staying right where we are, legs to the sky. Bring the heels so they're over the sit bones, directly vertical. Imprint your lower back, a tiny little lift to the sky. Tiny abdominal lift. 5, 4, last 2, and last 1. Good. Holding on to the pegs behind, or you can hold on to your shoulder blocks if you're more comfortable doing that. Imprint and lift up and up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and this time we lift up and over. High wheelbarrow, hollowing out in the belly, close the ribs, rolling down slowly. We open to 45 degrees. Imprinting, imprinting, imprinting. Exhale. Little lift up and over. Roll down. One more time like that. Roll it down. Alrighty, bending the knees. Let's bring it in. I'm just going to take off my sweatshirt. Okie dokie, we're going to take the long black straps, put them all the way over on our legs. That feels a bit heavy. You know what? Let's unweight for a little bit. Let's go to just a red and a yellow. So take one yellow off. So both legs go all the way through the straps. Okay, headrest stays down. Legs come tabletop. Make sure your shoulders aren't jammed up in the shoulder blocks. And we're going to roll up and down a little bit to work through our back. Little wheelbarrow lift. Exhale, legs toward 45. They don't have to straighten all the way. Let's do 2 more. Nice long neck, soften through the shoulders and the jaw. And last one. This time as our legs are 45, let's keep them straight. Lift up and over, rolling down, vertebra by vertebra, opening 45. Make sure you're not clenching your jaw or pulling your shoulders up to the shoulder blocks. Let's do 3 more. Two. And we're just going to add on circles. So as you go to 45, open those legs to a narrow V. Keep your legs in that shape. As you come up, legs come together and roll down. I guess I should call them ovals. come to 45. Let's reverse. Come up into wheelbarrow. Open the legs to a narrow V and roll down. Ankles come back together at 45 degrees. Last one. Good, coming back tabletop. Holding the cable is the same length. We're just opening to a V and closing. Ribs are heavy, neck is long. 3, 2. Let's meet up in that wide V. Circles with the knees, drawing circles on the ceiling. Keeping the heels in line with the knees in tabletop shape. 2 more this direction. And let's reverse. Just softening through the hip. 2 more. And last one. And let's bring it in. Good, we're going to take both legs out. Okay, rolling to the side to come up. Boy, do I spend a lot of time teaching people how to get off a reformer. Let's go to one blue spring. And if you have your ball, Gretchen, if you want to put it under your rib cage, that's fine. Because we're going to come onto our side. You're laying on your side, but I don't want you to collapse into the side of your body. So either holding up, you can use the shoulder block or your shoulder against the shoulder block a little bit. You can also slide your booty toward the bottom of the carriage. So you lift up in those under ribs. Okay, knees come in nicely to your chest so that your ankles are lifted up. You're not dragging down onto the platform. You're going to take the long black strap and that arm in front. Okay, let's push through, straight arm, and come toward pendulum, scooping out the armpit, sweeping that arm back. So don't come to 90 degrees. If you lose that contraction, you want your obliques to engage. Your armpit lifts up as your shoulder presses down. 2 more here. We're just going to do 4 in each formation. Arm comes back down by your side. Rotate your palms so it's facing the floor. Come toward an angle in front of your face, but toward the ceiling. So you're not extending directly by your shoulder. And last one here. Good, that arm is nice and long, line up with your hip. Bend through the elbow and tricep extension back. Shoulder down, just 4. All right, nice long arm. All right, 3 circles each direction. You're drawing a circle out toward your feet. And reverse. 1, 2, 3. Beautiful. All right, stay holding on to that strap. God, it's amazing the different spring tension from balanced body to peak. Walk your knees over. If your right hand is in the strap, walk your knees over to the right. If it's your left hand, your knees go to the left. All right, your supporting hand is on the headrest. Get a little tension on that cable. Now sit into your hips a little bit so you can pull your belly and your ribs up. Your neck is nice and long, and you're not crashing into that supporting arm. You're going to sweep down, and that arm comes up to your hips just 4 times. Long neck. Keep the shoulders square. And we're going to meet up with that arm along our hip for the last series here. Tricep. Punch to the back wall. Last 2. And last one. Good. And bring it in. Yay. That was painful. And let's go the other side. So scoot your booty to the back, or the bottom and the back. Okay, even though we're on our supporting elbow, your torso is lifted. Draw it to that midline. Knees come in. Take that strap in front. And start with your arm long so you feel that extension and the engagement of the shoulder. Press the shoulder down, scoop the armpit up, come toward your 90 degrees in front on a pendulum, but I'm not going 90 degrees. Keep that wrist in line. Last one. Hand comes along the hip. Rotate your palm facing the floor. You come diagonally to that top corner of your ceiling where the wall and the ceiling meet. So you're not going directly from the shoulder. And arm comes back to the hip. Rotate your palm so it's facing back. Bend the elbow. Keep that elbow in line with the shoulder. Punch through to that far wall. 2 more. And last one, extend that arm nice and long, circles, just the size of the Pilates red ball for each direction, and then reverse. And 1, and bend it in. Woo-hoo. Coming back onto all 3s. Scoot your knees over toward the edge of the carriage so that that working arm engages the cable and reaches down to the side of the frame. Once you have a little tension, sit into your hips so that that supporting hand, if I knocked it away, you wouldn't fall on your face, right? Sweep it 4 times. Take your time. Stay in that contraction. Do not release when your arm comes forward. Makes it twice as hard to re-engage. And we meet up with that arm alongside our torso. Bend the elbow. Keep the elbow close and high. And last one. Bring it in. Beautiful. We're going to turn around, take a little upper body stretch. Feet go up against the shoulder blocks. Push away and open the chest into the well. And as you come forward, walk your feet back so your legs are in between your shoulder blocks. Let's thread our left arm through, drawing that shoulder away from your ear. Take that little spiral. When you're ready, come up, go to the other side, threading through. And let's come up. Alrighty, while you're there, switch to 1 red spring only, 1 red. And we're gonna stand on the side of the machine. I think I'm gonna get a little more space here. Okay, I'm gonna start. I'll start on standing on my right foot. So right foot is on the side of the machine. So find the alignment that works for you. Oh my, I'm definitely in witness protection Pilates. Find the alignment that works for you where you're standing upright. Okay, so 1 foot's on the shoulder block, but your legs are aligned. Okay, so you're just standing there. Curl your toes under against the shoulder block, hands on the hips. We stay nice and tall as you just push back in that glute. Your inner calf is pressed up against the frame for stability. Ribs are in, shoulders down. Good. Next one. You bend deeply into your squat. Push back as those arms reach to the diagonal. If you don't like the red spring, by all means, change to the yellow. Pushing back. Bending deeply into that lunge as you extend through that back leg. 3, 2, and of course we're going to meet up in that lunge. Nice long torso, little bend and reach, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Push that carriage back. Hands come to the top of your foot bar and sit back into that lunge. Knee goes on top of the carriage. Shoulders down. Nice deep breath in. As you exhale, lengthen through that back leg, and we're going to go into our pike. So exhale, float off the floor, and float back down. Remember to release the crown of your head. Do 3, 2, and 1, and come back into that lunge, knee on the carriage, to sit into that stretch. Good, and release forward. Switch to 1 yellow spring. Let's see what's happened here. 1 yellow spring. So keep that same foot up against the shoulder block. That other leg, so my left foot's against the shoulder block and toward the right side of the carriage. My right foot goes to the top right corner. Okay, so we're going to come into our sprinter start. You're in that squat. Stay in that squat. Hands on top of the foot bar. You push through with that back leg. Curl forward. Push through, squeeze, and release forward. Shoulders down. Neck is long. Stay as low as you can. Ribs are in. Belly's lifted. Last 3, 2, and last 1. And bring it in. Good. All right, we're going to stay on a yellow as you come into A-frame knee. Whoa, sorry. All right, A-frame knees. So your knees are wider than your hips. Slightly externally rotated, your feet are up against the shoulder block. Tuck your pelvic bone forward so you pull your belly in. We're going to press back with straight arms, coming into knee stretches. Don't move your upper body. Release the carriage forward. Exhale, tuck, scoop. Belly lifts, ribs lift as your pelvic bone tucks in toward that well. Imagine a string connected from your pelvic bone to your chin. Scoop, tuck, exhale. 2 more. Scoop, tuck, exhale. And last one. Scoop, tuck, exhale. And release forward. Let's go back to a red spring. Standing. Hands on the hip. Other foot is, the toes are curled under. Just pressing straight back. Right at the base of the booty. 4, 3, 2, last one. Good. Next time you push back. Bend deeply in that standing leg, coming into an upper body hinge. All the way straight standing. 2 more. And this one, we meet up in that lunge. Hold it there, little tap, reach, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Push back, hands come to the top of the foot bar, and sit down into that lunge. Square the hips, which generally means your supporting leg hip pulls back as the leg on the carriage pushes forward a little bit. Okay, lengthen that back knee. Exhale, belly button comes to the spine, and pike lift. Two more. Last one. We meet up back in that lunge. And slowly release forward. Switch to one yellow. Foot comes to the top corner of the carriage. Half heel it on the shoulder block. Sit your booty down in that sprinter start and push through with that back leg. Without collapsing in the spine, without letting your shoulders rock back and forth. Rounding in the back as you scoop out in the belly when that carriage comes forward. Keeping the booty as low as you can. 3, 2, and 1. And bring it forward. Good. Sitting on the carriage facing your foot bar. Let's switch to, let me see. Let's switch to a red and a blue. Okay. Sitting up nice and tall, so scoot your booty forward enough where your arms can be straight. They're only straight so it supports your back being straight. Both feet come to the foot bar, heels together, toes apart. Okay, so sitting up nice and tall, close the ribs, lift in the chest, but pull your shoulders down. So your arms straight, bent, whatever works, but you don't want to sit back in your hips, and you don't want your shoulders to come up. So nice and tall. You're going to push back, lengthen through the legs, sticky feet, pull that carriage in. Exhale, lengthen back, sticky feet, pull that carriage in. 3, 2, and this one we're going to hold it out there and lower and raise the heels. Bring it in. Take it out, lower and raise the heels. 2 more. Lower and raise the heels. Last one. Good, let's bring it in. All right, arms come forward to 5th. So if you want or need to push your back against the shoulder blocks, you can. Either way, sit up nice and tall, arms in 5th. As we take the carriage out, we spiral, open through the chest, don't collapse into the hips. Either way, open spiral. One more time like that, each side. Other way. Now let's spiral, meet up out there, heels down, up, bring it in. Exhale, heels down, up, bring it in. One more time like that. Last one. Good. Keep your feet where they are, holding on to the front of your foot bar. Knowing that your foot bar will unlatch if you pull, you have to push your feet into it. Belly button pulls in, and come into that lower back stretch. If your legs don't straighten all the way, that's fine. Just push into that foot bar with your feet as your hands are holding on, trying to get extension through the upper and the middle back, releasing the lower back as you pull your belly in and round. And release forward. Good. Try a little bit more light. Okay, we're going to go to one yellow spring, coming back down on our back. I guess I should have done all the lighting before. we're going to do some abdominal work. Okay, so one yellow spring only. So we're going to employ the sticky foot principle again. So we're laying down. Give yourself a little room between the shoulders and the shoulder block. Let's start with our left foot. The ball of the foot on the foot bar. Lift that heel. Right leg is tabletop. And we're just going to take it all the way straight leg. Sticky foot. Pull that carriage in. Exhale, sticky foot. Pressing through the big toe, pulling through the big toe. Good, this time as you take the carriage out, pause there. Nice deep breath in, imprint your whole back and curl your shoulder blades off the carriage. My calf is cramping. Hands come back down behind at the base of your skull. As we take the carriage forward, reach that leg long, pull it back. Tabletop leg, deep in that imprint. Deep in that imprint. Don't crank your forehead and chin forward. Press your middle and lower back so you can curl your shoulder blades off. Good. One more like this. This time, keep that right leg long and straight. Come into scissor. Reach forward. Let's meet up in scissor. 3 flex and point. Good. Extend that leg. Let's meet up here. Left arm crosses. Saw that leg off. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. The leg reaches forward to the diagonal as the arm opens to the side. Come up, lift, deepen. 3 more like that. Spiral, lift, deepen. 2. Last one, let's saw our ankle off. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And bring it in. Okay, right foot, right ball of the foot, left leg tabletop. Make sure you're not jammed up in your shoulder blocks. Just 3 times, out and in. Get that sticky foot sensation. Pulling carriage in. Good. This time as we go out, we meet up there. Exhale, upper body rolls up. Imprint. Extending that leg 45. Come back tabletop. Deepen that imprint C curve. Deepen. 2. Last one. Good. Keeping that left leg straight. Come into scissor. 3 times. Let's meet up in scissor. Flex and point. 3, 2, and 1. Sweep forward and we meet up here, crossing the right hand over. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. That leg goes forward to the diagonal as the arm opens. Exhale, crisscross. 4, 3, 2. Saw that ankle off. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And bring it in. Beautiful. Legs go to 90, flex through the feet. Let's just go into an extended V. Letting the weight of the legs soften the hips. And come into happy baby, soles of the feet to the sky. Good, knees come together. Let's roll to the side to come off. Let's go to 1 yellow. Oh, we're on 1 yellow. Okay, let's stay on 1 yellow. We're going to stand up on top of the carriage, toes toward the spring head. Okay, hands on top of the foot bar. Let's walk our heels back, I don't know, 2/3 of the way. Ankles and knees squeeze together. sitting back into our hips. So you want to be able to float your hands, right? You're sitting back into your hips. Lengthen through the upper body. Press your chest toward your ankles. Ribs are in, shoulders down. Keeping this nice long back. Exhale as you push to plank. Bend your knees in, squeeze, lengthen, and control that carriage coming in. So you do not want your upper body to be bobbing forward and back. Bring that carriage in. Exhale. 2 more. Squeeze, control in. Lengthen, press the heels back as you come into that pike lift. Last one. Good. Let's meet up here in plank. Hold that plank. Hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And bring it in. Right, we're going to do that again, but first we're going to stretch. Hand on top of the foot bar. Left arm reaches through. Little spiral stretch. So pull that left hip back as your left hand reaches to the right side of the machine. You're ready, come up, switch. Reach through. As that right arm crosses, pull that right hip back. And let's come up. Let's switch to a blue spring. Sorry, I should have told you, put your headrest up to the top. The balls of the feet go in the crease of the headrest. And let's go to plank. Tuck the pelvis, lift the belly, shoulders down. Let's cross our left leg over our right. Squeeze your ankles and inner thigh together. Pull that carriage in. Don't let your shoulders go back and forth. Keep the shoulders at least over the wrists, if not behind. Steady, steady. Last one. Lengthen out in plank. Little push back. Scoop out the armpit, pull forward. You don't have to go back far. Your legs are still wrapped, or that one, the left leg is still wrapped over the right. Good. Come neutral plank. Lower the left foot. Wrap the right foot around. Squeeze the inner thigh and bend in. Take it back out. 2 more. And let's meet up in plank. Tuck the pelvis, lift the belly. Take that carriage out. Pull it in. 3, 2, and last one. Unwrap that leg and your knees and walk it in. Good. Let's do a little fold over again. Just release any tension in your back. Keep one hand on the foot bar in case you lose your balance or get dizzy. Good. Switch. Bend your knees. Let's go back to a 1 yellow spring. Okay, feet are about in the middle of the carriage. Sit bone distance apart. Sit back in your haunches again. You're going to lift into kitty cat, rounded back. Start with the pelvis, tilt back, come into a little arch. You can soften your knees. Don't hurl your chin up. Lift the back of the head. Good. Start with the pelvis, scoop round again, kitty cat round. Last one, arching through. Soft knees, tail feathers to the sky. Good. Bending the knees and have a seat. We're going to add a blue spring on. Hi, sweetie. Almost done. And we're going to lay back and put our feet in the long black straps. Headrest can be up or down. Okay, find neutral. Shoulders not jammed up in the shoulder blocks. Ankles, knees together. Just go from 45 up to 90, stopping before you roll into your lower back. Squeezing the sit bones to do the work. Adding on this time, let's go to 45. Flex your feet, come in tabletop. Push out. Let's go toward 90. Heavy ribs. As you come tabletop, don't let the knees go past the hips so you don't roll into your lower back. Pedaling through the feet. They're pointed as you're reaching long. They flex as you bend. Good, meeting up 45 degrees. Externally rotate. Let's do the same thing. Half froggy in. Stay externally rotated, heels together as you go toward 90. Outside hip, hamstring, glute. Shoulders down, long neck. One more time, all the way through. And 45 degrees, let's start circles there. Same thing, make sure that you don't tumble into your lower back. Three, make sure your ankles are meeting up at that midline. Two, 45 degrees, externally rotate, Peter Pan, keeping that heel in line with the pelvis. Heels kiss as you lengthen back through the legs. So do 2 more times each side. Breathe in, relax your face and jaw. So let's meet up 45 degrees, stay externally rotated, take hold of that left cable, find the outside of the machine, releasing that leg to the diagonal, but make sure to lengthen it. It's my left foot on the floor, and you want to lengthen through the left side of the body, so you got that hip flexor and quad stretch. You can also bend the right leg tabletop, whatever feels better. All right, right leg swings, left leg simultaneously comes up and reset. Externally rotated. Find the floor with your right foot and release your left leg, either long and straight or tabletop bend, both butt cheeks on the carriage. And come back to 45, floating up to 90, start circles there. No tumbling into the lower back, keep that tailbone anchored. Pelvic floor faces your foot bar. Let's do 3 more. And let's meet up 90 degrees, flex through the feet. Releasing your left foot, you're gonna press down so it's as if you're standing on your foot bar. Your heel is right underneath that sit bone as you reach that right leg toward your nose. Ribs are in, shoulders down. Just externally rotating the hip socket, not opening the legs to a V. And you want to pull that right leg closer toward your ear. Coming back parallel and center, one last stretch. And floating the left leg up as the right leg scissors past. Get that right foot stable so it's as if you're standing on it. Draw that left leg in. Pulling that hip down. Externally rotating the hip socket. Seeing if you can get that left leg close to your ear. Coming back parallel, floating your right leg back up. Flexing through the feet. Let's open to our extended V. Reaching through the heels, letting the weight of the legs and gravity do the stretch. I'm currently a glass door. Little slack on the cable so you can bend your knees. Soles of the feet come together, pointing your toes away from you. Pull in those cables so your heels come closer to your pelvis. And see if the cables can support your legs as you soften through the hips. Try not to arch in the back. Don't release your ribs. You want a nice heavy torso. Just trying to get a little release in the hips in butterfly.